Bibles to John chapter 4. John chapter 4 will be the first place we look this morning. We've have some members who have mentioned that they could definitely use some extra prayers and encouragement. We need to be a bit mindful of them and do our very best to encourage them as much as possible through this time. Tuesday, I'll be leaving Tuesday. I forgot what day it was. I'll be leaving Tuesday, and I'll be back towards the end of the month. Brittany will be leaving not Tuesday, but in a couple weeks from now. So she'll be here with you guys for the next couple weeks without me, and I've given her all your phone numbers, so if she needs anything, you guys will be getting phone calls. Here in John chapter 4, I don't hardly ever borrow from other people heavily, but someone had walked me through John chapter 4 in the last few months, and I really like the way that he presented it, so I get to present it very similarly to you. So I'll be borrowing heavily from someone else this morning. The topic in John chapter 4 we want to talk about is evangelism. Anytime you hear evangelism, people go, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I want to kind of redefine it, at least the way that he defined it, because I really enjoyed that. I want you to think about evangelism from now on in the terms of just talking about God. I think that's a really kind of an easy, simple way to think about evangelism, is just simply taking the time to talk to somebody else about God. There are all kinds of formulas that we work out, all kinds of plans and schemes where we go and we do a whole bunch of stuff in order to evangelize. And oftentimes the people that we interact with the most never hear about God from our lips. And as we look here in John chapter 4, Jesus meets the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman. If you ever had the time to compare and contrast John chapter 3 with John chapter 4, it is a wonderful time to compare and contrast those two chapters, which, hint, hint, wink, wink, we will be doing next year in the book of John as we go through that Wednesday night. But in John chapter 3, you have Nicodemus, a named, notable leader of the Jews, who comes to Jesus. And in John chapter 4, you have Jesus who happens upon a no-named, well, she's named, but it's not named in the text, a Samaritan woman who is an outcast from her society here in John chapter 4. One who seeks out Jesus and one who Jesus happens upon. And so we see here that this is about the 6th hour, about noon, here in verse 6, that they are journeying into an area where Jacob's well is at in verse 6. And his disciples go into the nearby town in order to buy lunch, more or